It's probably not your skill. It's the way the game's designed. You're designed to play it like card turn-based game where you set your trap, you entice the player over to then attack. So you do a skill that takes a while to launch or release or pop up out of the ground. You then bait them in by either running at them with shield charge or jumping or whatever you've got. Take them back, explode, go forward, and in little packs, so you're going forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, the entire game. Hello and welcome to this video. The troubles you're having might not be your skill, it might be the game itself. Now, let me explain. Talking to people, looking at things, reading things, watching things. There is, by what I understand, a certain way each class is meant to play the game, and a way that you're meant to play the game on top of that, inbuilt into Path of Exile 2. Now, it is not how most people play. Depending on your class, depends on how likely you are to naturally play like this. For example, crossbow with the mercenary, you are going to be using obviously flash, explosive, gas, and fairly early on, and you're going to release them into the crowd as you approach them, and then shoot, and then they explode as they run into them. So you're naturally going to play with the grenades firing first. Now, let's take a warrior. You wouldn't naturally run around slowly, send out your earthquake or your earth shatter, and then, or your shockwave totem with it. You wouldn't send that out and then antagonize the group that's in front of you, run back a bit into the explosion of the earthquake skill. The earthquake explodes and then you fight them. Now, this is because based on some of the way the bosses are, some of the mechanics, some of the just, it's not POE, it's Diablo 2, sort of Deckard Cain and all that. I think they got some outside, but in like testers that do it unofficially, officially, and they do like the testing for them, but not the actual play test that you've seen. Be in their actual building, playing for them, and doing all the content that you probably see on POE 2. Their input seems to be very into how you're meant to actually play, which is, in my opinion, is wrong. And the game's having issues again. So, what else is new? Every time it hits a certain point in the day, everyone's trying to get on, and it has trouble for 5-10 minutes whilst it's trying to deal with it. So, just in case that happens to you, it's more than likely because people are trying to get on. So, as I was saying, the skills, I'll have to just explain the skills because obviously we can't see them anymore. So you're meant to preempt the launcher skill, bait them into it, and then fight them whilst in that skill, and the skill explodes. Pretty much, it's like someone's got some sort of like war tactic book, read it and gone, oh yeah, in games it would make really good combat if you thought about it, you attacked your preemptive attack and then you baited them in and then you attack. No, that is a niche playstyle that hardly anyone plays, for one. Two, the people that actually more than likely had an input to it aren't playing that playstyle. So clearly they didn't want to because it doesn't work. And if you're having trouble, play a projectile launching class and skill, because it seems like the mercenary, the ranger, and the witch, and well, witch/sorcerer, because obviously they're separate now, but you're still around the same area. Those seem to be able to do things easier because they keep that distance. They're attacking at distance. They then got either minions to keep that barrier, and then they're attacking behind. So the game is actually designed for you to play a certain way, not you're probably having skill issues. So the skill, if you're dying just like really numpty way, that's probably skill. If you're dying because you're getting surrounded or things are in your face and you're trying to fight them and skills aren't able to go off and everything, that is because the game was designed for you to play like you're playing on a board game, or you're playing in a real life strategy type thing where you're preempting that person. You lay down a trap, pretty much like you're playing like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe not Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon. You're laying down a trap, you're enticing them in, you flip over the trap card and boom, they're in your trap. That's how you're meant to play. I hope they change it. I doubt it, because it seems like they're sort of changing how they're creating systems and stuff into that sort of turn-based card game almost, where you got to think 3 steps ahead, and then they play a card, you play a card, and which pretty much means any distance character will be better playing a natural play style of a distance character than a close-up character. If you are playing a warrior, you will probably have trouble and you'll be constantly running back, hidden, running back, hitting, because they just come in and go whoop, in your face. And then also you get stuck by jars and urns, and in the doorways there's a little tiny creature on the floor that you can't get past because they changed the dodging thing, so it's better to watch people not just going zoom through all the packs. They actually got to engage with the packs. And as far as how you can best go about knowing how you're meant to play each individual class, the skills that you first get, like on a warrior, you get the earthquake, which is your AoE, you get your bone shatter, which is your stun, and then you get whatever it is. But your basic attack is probably going to be what you're going to use: basic mace, smacking them in the head, and bone shatter, and your AoE is your earthquake until you get later on, then you can change it up a little bit. But your AoE, it's designed for you to play it how they've laid it out. I'm guessing for simplicity for newer players, but you also have to play it in that card game, turn-based game, where you play a trap, you entice the player into attacking you, you then flip over the card, reveal you got trapped, lose X amount of HP, and then you hit them with their big stun or whatever. And then you come back with a bigger hit or whatever your skill has. So if card turn-based games aren't your thing, play a ranger, play a merc, even play a witch, because naturally you're going to stay back, your minions are going to stay forward. Sorcerer, you're going to stay back, you're going to do spells and stuff in front of you, do your firewall with spark through it or something. You're going to naturally stay away and attack from distance. That's what I would recommend. It's more than likely not your skill actually causing you to play bad. It's the fact that each class has a set play style with the set skills which it's decided for you, and pretty much you're going to have a hard time playing a alternate style with that character. And then don't take defense, go all offense. The defense is not good enough. The best defense, at least very early, is just offense. It doesn't give you enough defensive capability going in and doing anything, because if you're struggling to do damage or take the damage, be at least 2 to 4 levels above the area monster level. The bosses will be 2 above, rares will be 1 above, magic and normals will be the level. So if you're struggling, go 2 above area level, so you're the same level as the boss, or one of the billion bosses. Or if you're still a little struggling to cop that damage, more than likely you're dealing it if you've gone offense, go 4 levels above. That way you're 2 levels above the boss, but then you're 3 and 4 levels above area level, so you should be able to go through the 50 Ks between start and boss that you've got to actually run each area, and you'll be able to do it all and feel good. So, just so I keep it short, I'll give a quick recap of things. It's probably not your skill, it's the way the game's designed. You're designed to play it like turn-based game, where you set your trap, you entice the player over to then attack. So you do a skill that takes a while to launch or release or pop up out of the ground. You then bait them in by either running at them with shield charge or jumping or whatever you've got. Take them back, explode, go forward, and in little packs, so you're going forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, the entire game. And if you're still struggling with that, play Merc, Ranger, Witch, or Sorcerer, and stay at range, and keep it range. The Merc, you can be a little closer, but keep that little distance so your burst shots are hidden or the single target, but you're about 2 meters, 3 meters away. And if you're still struggling, 2 levels above area level or 4 levels above area level, so you're either equal with the boss's level, or you are 3 levels or 4 levels above the area monsters. So hopefully this was helpful, and put your mind at ease if you are struggling and you're thinking, oh, I'm terrible. You're probably not. You'll know if it's you, but if you can't understand why, it's probably not you, it's the game. It's frustrating, I know, but stay in there. Hopefully they change it around. I doubt it, because it seems like other people have got more say than the actual POE sort of direction. But keep that in mind, and moving forward, you might actually get a little further ahead without much effort. I'll catch you next time. Hopefully this is helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments about the actual POE 2 and how it plays and how you have been playing it. But goodbye.